The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
If you have an opinion on our show, let us know what you have to say through the power of social media.
People always ask me, Jonathan Clarke, how do you become famous overnight? Okay, are you watching? This is how.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time. Let's stop and rewind, everything is so throwback, yeah. I kinda like it how you're out of my league, old school chic, like a movie star, up the silver screen, you're one of a kind, living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
So, what did you think?
Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic.
What's up, guys? On a night where the rain is pouring down outside of my house, I thought I would do a blog for you guys to update you on how my arm's been doing, because you guys have been so supportive for me over the last several weeks. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that or where I would be without your support. First and foremost, I want to warn everybody about this video because I am going to go pretty in depth about how the arm is getting its bend back and the process that I have been undergoing to regain full functionality of my arm. My arm currently is bending at 114 degrees, which is an improvement by 2 degrees from the last time it was measured. And I gave you guys an update on what was my 6th video blog since my left elbow surgery back on June 1st. This is going to be my 7th video blog updating you on my left elbow surgery and how I'm regaining flexibility and the bend in its entirety. I haven't regained the full bend of my arm back. There's a difference of 6 degrees separating me from a full functioning arm and a 20-degree differentiality from a full functioning arm prior to surgery. So I'll get into all that and I'll show you what I'm doing with a resistance band to regain my arm's flexibility back, which is quite challenging, actually, more challenging than what it actually seems or is perceived to actually be. Some people might look at the resistance band and say it's just a resistance band which you can get at the dollar store and you just bend it different ways to regain mobility and build strength in your arm. But depending on what type of resistance band you have, it's more challenging, but I'll get into that. I'll show you how my scar has been doing ever since I had the surgery and the incision was made. The scar is actually fading better than what it actually was first when I had the surgery. Well, obviously, duh. And I will show you actually the muscle tone that I've been regaining in my arm, which is going to require me to remove my shirt shortly here in this video to show you guys. I hope you like the lighting that I'm using here tonight, because actually I'm under nightfall, and I thought this would actually be a good time to do the video blog because I have a lot on my mind and I'm somewhat fired up here tonight. So I'll get into all that. As I mentioned, first off, the degree has improved by 2 degrees. Previously it was at 112. It's now 114, which is something I'm actually really proud of, because now only 6 degrees separates me from the goal. The therapists that have been working with me on my arm's rehabilitation had set for me, and 20 degrees is what separates me now from a full functioning arm in its entirety. So I'm really proud and excited about that. I'm also really proud that I'm regaining muscle tone in my arm. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to muscle tone. Really proud of how the muscle tone is actually coming back in my arm. Actually, I'm going to remove my watch here too, because this watch is so sentimental to me. This watch is actually my dad's watch, which you see me wear a lot in my pictures and the other video blogs that I do about wrestling and entertainment. I got this watch actually after he passed away in 2014. And what's interesting about these small little things are, you don't realize the sentimental value of them until you don't have the person that actually had the item before you gain possession of it. Actually, it reminds me of what a girl said in my grade 12 theater arts class. She said, you don't realize how important things are like socks. You don't want them, but you'll use them all the time. And wherever she is, I actually still think about her to this day because of how she made so much sense when she was talking about how much the smallest things have so much sentimental value. And wherever she is, I'm still thinking about her to this day. And I remember her from my theater arts class and just how, down to earth of an individual she was. Now, as I was talking about getting back on the topic here, the muscle tone is coming back in the arm, and I'm really proud of that because I didn't think I was actually going to regain muscle tone. One of the biggest things they were concerned about, along with the bend, was how I was actually losing muscle tone. But you can see there as I gave it a bit of a flex there, a bit of the muscle tone is coming back. So I'm really proud about that because, like I said, I thought I had lost the muscle tone in its entirety, but I guess that, goes to show, when you put so much work into something, you regain something. And obviously, it is benefiting me using the resistance band and doing the exercises. And I guess I'll show you from there. I'll go to showing you the few exercises that I've been doing. Actually, this resistance band is quite more challenging from the previous resistance band they had given me because I was easily able to use the first resistance band that I was using. They upgraded me to a more difficult resistance band to use, and I actually tied a little knot. I took the liberation of tying a little knot there at one of the ends of the resistance band to increase resistance. Now, there are two ways that I use this resistance band. One way is to bend it up, and you would hold it for 20 seconds. Once you see the flex there of the arm, you can see it there, and you hold it for 20 seconds. So you count in your mind to 20 seconds. You can do 5 repetitions of this. So you do 1, 2, like that. And then you switch the position of the resistance band and you go like that. And they're not that expensive. Actually, they were going to use weights first. And they made the decision to use the resistance band because of the affordability of the resistance band and just how more easier it was to use because weights are generally more difficult to use when it comes to forcing a bend. Now, I would prefer using weights, to be honest with you, but I find the resistance band very useful and very helpful. So I'm really proud that I'm actually using this resistance band. And after using the resistance band, you actually see more of a tone in your arm, which is something I'm really, really proud of. People don't realize, how important muscle tone is until you don't have it or you've lost it or you've never had it before in your life. It's something that gives you a lot of confidence, and that's something that I'm really, really proud of, the fact that I actually have more muscle tone now than what I actually had. And I only imagine how much muscle tone I'm going to have once I finish doing these exercises and the rehabilitation process has been complete. I think that, this whole experience for me has been really hard and really difficult. It really has had an emotional effect on me, as you can tell from, looking at the scar and the impact of the fall. This happened after the incision was made, as you can see there. I was cut from the top of my elbow right on down, and it's actually smaller. The scar looks pretty intense, but it's actually smaller, believe it or not, from what it was. If you flash back to any of the previous update blogs that I've been doing since the surgery was done on my left elbow, the scar has considerably faded, exceptionally pretty well. And I'm really proud of that because of just how intense this whole process was. So hopefully about a year from now, what is this, September? So by September of 2018, September 9th through 10th of 2018, this scar will have considerably faded into a white kind of form on my arm, and it won't be so noticeable because something that they kept going back to all the time was, you're going to be traumatized from the scar that you'll have after the surgery. And that's something that I didn't care about. What I wanted to focus on was the surgery having been over and done with and the rehabilitation. That was actually the number one concern that I had. And obviously, you would think that was what it would be because of how difficult that was going to be, and the push and the pull and just the strain and the emotional effect that I was going to have going through the process and just thinking about how long it was going to take. But because of all you guys supporting me, by the way, you can comment in the video. I'll throw an update for you in the way of degree improvement before the end of the video, as I usually do with my video blogs. And you can give me a comment on what you think of this whole process and what you think of, how far I've come. And again, thank you guys so much for showing me and giving me the support and the love that you had, because without you guys and everyone who helped me throughout this process, I don't know where I would be. And again, I think about, the girl from my theater arts class from 2004. It's been 13 years, and wherever she is, she made so much sense to me when she said, you don't realize how, important small things are and the emotional effect they have on you until you don't have the person they previously belonged to. She actually talked about socks and how, you don't want socks but they're so important to you, and you don't realize, something how important a bend is or a bone in your arm is until it's broken or fractured and you can't use it anymore. And I didn't realize how important that little ball was in your arm until I couldn't use it anymore. And now that I'm slowly but surely regaining flexibility in this, I'm really proud of that. And I can't tell you how much I think about her because of how she made just perfect sense to me. And this is all making sense to me with time. So guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight for my 7th video blog since the surgery on my left elbow back on June 1st after having broken it on May 29th. Who would have thought or predicted that I would have broken my left arm after 5 days removed from my 31st birthday? I was supposed to come back on May 19th and do a show for you guys, give you some updates throughout 2017, the progress of it. But unfortunately, I was unable to do it, and I guess we're going to have to put it on the back burner until a few months from now. This is September, so hopefully before the end of 2017, I'll be coming your guys' way with more updates, and hopefully more updates than ever before. I'm going to put this behind me. And to be honest with you, 2017 was not the best year of my life. I've had better, but thanks to you guys helping me as much as what you have and showing me the support and love that you've had, I've come a considerably long way, and once again, I thank you so much. You don't know how much all of you mean to me at the end of every single day. So I'm going to throw this video up on my YouTube channel for comments. You can share it if you like. And again, thank you so much for being here for me, and I will talk to you again really soon.
HEW Entertainment Radio is a production of HEW Entertainment on their official website and broadcasts on social media. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, follow and listen to our show on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and watch us on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke22. Hosted and produced by Jonathan Clarke out of Canada. If you have any questions on our radio broadcast, you can email us at jonathanclarke2005 at hotmail.com. Thank you for listening.